Hello, fellow hitchhikers. I am excited to do this video. Received so much positive feedback from the land items analysis. I thought, I would like to do an analysis on the XMAS Axies. If you look at my wallet, you'll see I have these three Frosties. I named them Buddy, Hitch, and Holly. And I had been wanting XMAS Axies for a while. At the time when I bought these a couple months ago, I thought there was only the one type of XMAS Axie, just these frosty bodies, as I after learned that they're called. I thought just the Frosties were the Christmas ones. And I bought one, and then I bought another, and I think this was after one of Axie Chat's nights. It was a Tuesday night, and then somebody posted a comment saying, Hitchhiker loves those Frosties, and then someone else said, yeah, I like all the XMAS Axies. And I realized, wait, what? Am I buying these Axies without having full information? And I'm quite happy with what I got. It ended up not being a regret. One of them, I think, maybe I wouldn't have bought now in hindsight with the rest of the information, but like this one here, Hitch is great, 4-part. It's got the frozen bucket on the back. It has the fur trunk on the tail. It's got the carrot nose. Has the pine cone ears, and of course the frosty body. And what I love about the Christmas ones, some of them, not all of them, is they blink. Blink, blink, blink. How can you resist blinking? So after doing the land analysis, it got me thinking, I found a couple hidden gems when I did that land item analysis. Maybe there's some gems here in the XMAS Axies, and I actually ended up finding four or five gems that I'm really torn between what to buy. So you'll see up here in my ETH, there's 2.4 ETH. I actually sent it to my Ronin wallet last night, thinking, because I had bought all those land items, that I needed to have the ETH there. That cost me like $30 in gas. Realized that was a mistake, so then I had to bring it out of the Ronin wallet back over to my regular wallet, and that cost another $60 in gas. So I've lost about $90 just in doing this, but I'm doing it for you, well, and for me. So let's just back up a little bit before we jump in and figure out which one I'm going to buy today, and just talk about what happened. So in 2018, wasn't here, but they had a breeding event, and this is where it was a bit of a mystery, and what things, if you bred them together, would make a new Christmas part. And the first one for the eyes they called XMAS peas, but they're not actually called XMAS peas. The Christmas eyes for the 2018 are called snowflakes. And then there was the XMAS lamb, which is actually called the Merry Lamb. The XMAS worm for the back, which is the candy canes. Rudolph, which blinks. The spruce spear, which is a Christmas tree on the head, which blinks. I really like these, but they're very expensive. I'll show you them in a bit. And then the snake jar, which is the December surprise. So when you're in the marketplace, you can search for these words in the body parts. I'll show you what I mean by that. You can click on parts, and then when you go to search, you can actually search for the name of these Christmas parts. And this is one thing that makes these XMAS Axies kind of I didn't even know they existed beyond the Frosties, but they're under the radar. Everyone talks about the Mystics, everyone talks about these other ones, and I highly suspect as we come up this upcoming year with the release of land, with the social logon, with the soulbound Axies, the free-to-play Axies, there's the potential, as everyone talks about, though this is going to be absolutely huge. And if it does play out the way we're kind of talking, and we have the Axis drop, and it gets all that media attention, by Christmas, this will be on your niece and nephew's iPhone, and they'll be playing this. And you're going to want, for that Christmas season, to have a special Axie. You're going to want one that has a Christmas present on its head, or it has a blinking nose or something like that. And you can't find them currently in the marketplace. I know they're saying they're going to be updating the marketplace with a whole revamp, but right now, the only way to find them is to know what the names of the parts are and search specifically for them. So if I look for this 2018 spruce spear, and there's only 12 of these ones. I really like these ones. This one here. Either of these, I've been eyeballing this one up for quite a while. It's 5 ETH. If anyone knows Cocoa Bear, maybe you can convince them just to donate it to me, just because I really like it. I'll take good care of him, I promise. All right, probably not going to happen. But anyways, These spruce spears, not many of them, very expensive at 5 ETH. Little blinking Christmas tree. How cool is that when Axie's ramping up into the main public in this upcoming Christmas? So that's the only way to find these. You have to know the part that you're looking for, and you can't, with the 2018 ones, you can't even look at the original post. They didn't show us what the images look like, so you actually have to search each one up. I'm not going to search all of them up right now, but I'll, you can. That's the correlation of the parts that you want to look up. Rudolph also blinks. I guess I'll show you Rudolph. How can you resist a blinking one? And there's 38 that have Rudolph, and let's pick one. I don't really know these ones. Yeah, cool Rudolph here with the sunglasses. So it has a little blinking nose. Okay, anyways, enough of that. So what I did is I took the time and I sat down and I searched every single one of these parts, and I found every single combination that's currently on the marketplace. I then broke it into 2 sections, those that have 2 2018 Christmas parts and those that have 1 2018 Christmas part. I sorted them in order by price, and I tried to look for something that was an anomaly. And the only one that really stood out as an anomaly in terms of pricing was this one right here. This is Axie 24974. Nice low number, 24974. And that's this one. I love this Axie. It has snowflakes, so the little blinking below the eyes, has candy canes on the back, has curly for the ear. You don't see that too often. Almost feels mystic in a way, having those curly ears. And a double nut, which just gives it this beautiful tail. I don't actually like strawberry shortcake typically in gameplay. It costs so much, you really have to have some energy generation, like your midliner has to have Nemo, plus your tank has to have some way of generating energy or something to be able to afford this in gameplay, but it is a playable Axie. That's the thing that's crazy. But on a Christmas Axie, the strawberry shortcake looks great. It's like a little toque or a little Santa hat of some sort, so it just adds to it. It's like a free Christmas part without having to pay for it. I really like this, and I pushed myself. I started last night, I went through everything that I had placed $30-$40 on in the past that's now gone up to $400 or $200. I was selling. It was like going through the couch cushions of crypto to try and find enough, and I came up with 2.4 ETH. I'm down to just like Matic and Engine and some Bitcoin left in my wallets, but it's all consolidated, and I was thinking about getting this one. I almost wanted to jump on it. I'm gonna decide during this video which one I'm going to get. This is the one I was considering. It's a 2018, and not only is it beautiful, it's relatively low when you look at the pricing compared to the next one. The next one up is 4 ETH, so basically double the ETH, and that seems more reasonable for how limited the 2018 Christmas Axies are, and it has blinks. So that's what I discovered in the 2018. Otherwise, as I go through, it starts at 0.3, goes all the way up 700. That's not going to happen, but 20, 30 ETH, those seem too high currently for a 1-part 2018 Christmas. Like a 1-part Mystic right now there's 167 of them. There's 9 ETH for a 1-part Mystic. So I don't see how a 1-part Christmas Axie, as cool as they are, is going to be up in that range. I think, up to 1 ETH makes sense. After that, it doesn't really make sense. These 3, I did highlight. I just wanted to point it out. On the market, there's only 1 Dusk, 1 Mech, 1 Dawn in terms of the 2018 Christmas Axies. But there are a whole bunch down here in the under 0.5 ETH. So any of those seem reasonable. Okay. And you just search by the part. You could search snowflakes. You can get a bug with snowflakes for 0.35. That's fun. It's got a little blinking below its eyes. A Rudolph. Look at that. The cheapest one is a plant with Rudolph. That looks like a great one to grab. So, if you want to at least have a Christmas Axie for the upcoming holiday season that's several months away, now is your chance to pick one up for less than half an ETH. I feel like I'm trying to sell here, and this is one of the dilemmas I was facing with this analysis versus the land item analysis. Is Well, you know, I don't know if you've ever done that leadership activity where you get four people and they stand facing each other, two and two, and they put their fingers, two fingers underneath a large fluorescent tube, and then you tell the group their goal is to put the fluorescent tube on the ground, and everyone's so worried about dropping it or breaking it, they end up lifting the tube up into the air, and you get a little bit of that happening in this Axie pricing, where you get the speculation and the excitement, and it's only going to go up, it's only going to go up, and you get these feedback loops in our minds that you know, everything's going up in value. Well, it only works if there's some new money coming in from somewhere, and ultimately it's new money coming in from somewhere from people that don't want a return beyond entertainment. It's all kinds of things that we spend money on that are just fun, and the value is in the fun, and we're going to need a lot of people playing Axie just for fun. They're putting money in, they're buying cosmetics whenever those come, they're buying special packs, or packages, or features, something that's putting money in without an expectation of money out, like you have in the video game industry. It can't all be play to earn. There has to be some pay to play. So anyways, sorry, a little bit of a side rant there. So, you know, if I keep pricing to things that are more expensive and it keeps going up, I have to be careful. But I do think this one Axie right here is not only beautiful, but also underpriced relative to the market. Okay, let's get going on to the next 2019. So when 2019 came out, it's a little bit more organized and easy to see in terms of what you're going to get. Here's the fur trunk. It blinks. There's Santa's gift, frozen bucket, icy gaze, which confused me at first. It's not actually, like, this here shows a Rudolph nose, or a tiny carrot nose which blinks. The icy gaze is just the eyes, just these eyes, and there's lots of Axies that are out there that just have these eyes, and they're technically a 2019 Christmas Axie, and you wouldn't know. There's no blinking, there's nothing Christmassy about them. Tiny carrot, which is a blinking nose, pine cones, and then you can actually make frosties. If the parents both had 3 parts, you can make a frosty. And I quite like the frosties. I know I have the 3 of them there that I showed you right here. I also quite like the candy canes on here. I so wish that this bug had snowflake eyes. I just think that would just look great if it had little blinking snowflake eyes with the candy cane. So on the 2019 Christmas Axies, when I did that spreadsheet, several showed up as quite interesting. The 6 out of 6 Christmas parts, the absolute maximum that you can get, they've got listed at 325. I think it's Henry that has that one, and there was a video that was on Twitter just recently and talking about rarity, and that's the one. But this is what's crazy. So this is a frosty body. Maybe I should show you that one. Let's pull it up. To do that, all I do is I grab some random Axie off the marketplace, and then I take the number that I'm looking for, and up in the web bar I just replace that number with the one I'm looking at, and then it loads up. Yeah, Henry owns this one, named it Santa Claus, and put on 325 ETH in 4 years, but it has all 6 body parts. It has the icy gaze for the eyes, it has the pine cones for the ears, has the frozen bucket on the back, it has the tiny carrot which blinks, and it blinks in sync with the fur trunk for the tail, and it has Santa's gift up here for the horns, and this one also has a frosty body. I think there's one other 6 out of 6 Axie out there that has all the Christmas parts but not on a frosty body, and it's not on the marketplace for sale. But check this out, a 5 out of 6 Axie, 140442, right there, also owned by Henry, 1.2 ETH. So it has 5 out of the 6 Christmas parts from 2019. It does not have a frosty body, and it's somewhat playable. It'd be nice if this was a free card or something, but it's got chomp. It could be used as a backliner or a midliner. So this is the number 2 contender that I am trying to decide. I really like this Axie. It's a little bit more affordable, and then I don't have to feel so guilty about cashing everything in. So that's choice number 2, a 5 out of 6 Christmas Axie It's really hard to price this because what are you comparing it against? You're comparing it against things that have really high prices on them. I tried to compare it to the Mystics. You know, a 5 out of 6 is extremely rare, but it's not just rarity. It also has to be recognizability. It has the blinking, which does make it recognizable. Not as recognizable, you know, as this one. This one is clearly something special about it. Well, so was that one. So anyways, when I compared it to the Mystic pricing, just to get a sense, 1 part Mystic was 9 ETH, 2 part 30 ETH. This is kind of the floor expected price. So a 1 part Mystic, I would say, should at least be equal to a 5 out of 6 XMAS Axie, which would put this in that 8 to 10 ETH range. The dilemma is, am I buying this for speculation, or am I buying this because I just love the game and I'd like to have some of these cool nostalgia things as I go into the upcoming season? It's maybe a little bit of both. I mean, if I pick this one up, I'd be a fool not to just throw it back on the market at 8 ETH or 9 ETH just to see. I mean, if somebody bought it, then I would have enough money to go over and buy this one if this one hadn't sold. So maybe that's the best play. But I don't want to do it just for profits. As I've said in many of my other videos, I do this for learning and I do this for the experience. This is not my main job. So, okay, that's choice number 2. Okay, next, as I went through, I did come across this one here. This is a 3-part XMAS Axie, and it's a dusk, and it seems low relative to everything else at 0.9, 140494. It's a triple part, and it's quite nice looking, and it's playable. You can actually use this to play. It's actually more playable than these other two. It's cheaper, 0.9. But for 1.2, you're going from a triple part Axie up to a... See, this one's just so underpriced, or everything else is overpriced. But for considering how the Mystics are going and considering the upcoming holiday season... I could buy both, couldn't I? I could buy this one and that one. Oh, but then I'd have nothing left. Alrighty. Next. These two I just marked. There's some blinkies that are up here. They're blinkies with a frosty body, so they're kind of exciting. Yeah, I figured this dusk should be 1.5. I figured this one here should be 1.5. Then as I go down into the 2-part Axies, I did spot a couple that seemed too high. This 137196, that seems way too high. It's not even a frosty body. And I tried to figure out a relationship between a frosty body and a non-frosty for the XMAS. And in general, it seems like the frosties should be 3 to 5 times more than a non-frosty. So if you have two that are side by side, expect to pay about 3 times more for a frosty body, which makes sense. It has a little bell. It looks distinguished. Some people I know don't like the look of the frosties. They find they're too blobby. I think they're really cute. They look like a snowman. They're blobby with snow. Okay. Anyways, the spreadsheet just went on and on and on, and yeah, there's some things that are interesting. There's definitely some good deals out there for some single part Mystics, or a single part XMAS. With the season 1, you could get a bunch under 0.5 of an ETH. There's a whole bunch here under 0.5 as well, and several that are blinkies. Here's one under 0.1. Now it's just got frozen bucket, but right now with the way Axies are going, a regular Axie is selling for 0.1, so you might as well pick up one that has a Christmas part and join the party in 2021 holiday season. Oh, now I've got a special mention. As going through, because I looked at every single XMAS Axie on the market and I typed out this data, I came across this one right here, 140685. I love this Axie. I don't know why. There's nothing... Well, it actually is playable. 2 free cards, hard to say. They named him, who has this? Flexi named this Frosty, Angry Frosty. And there's just something, the spiky back, and this Axie just cracks me up. And I'm not going to pay my 2.4 ETH on this. I could. It's what it's currently priced at. Its price is going up. I think this is just a great Axie. And if I, had the disposable income and just wanted to have a fun one, this would be one I'd pick. But I'm not going to choose this one. And one last one that I wanted to show you was the, just for curiosity or just for you to compare, our very cheapest Frosty is this one here at 0.75, and it's actually a good looking. I mean, the third eye is a little odd, but the Indian star back actually looks pretty good with the combination here. So that's the cheapest Frosty that I think has 3 parts. Okay, let's get rid of that one. That's not the one I'm going to buy. All right, decision time. Angry Frosty, I love you, but I'm not going with the Angry Frosty. Triple part and a 5 part, or straight up 2018. Boy, getting these two at 0.9, what did I think this one should be worth? So I figure this one should be 1.5. So it's not. I mean, there's lots of other triples that are out there. Why did I think this one? Oh, because it's a dusk. And I think because it's got both blinking parts. Yeah, it's hard to find, hardish to find where they have both the blinking nose and the tail. It gives a nice symmetry to it. So that's what I liked about this. And that's why I felt it kind of stood out. Whereas the nut, I think, should be around 4 ETH. 3 or 4 ETH. This is the only one that has both the blinking snowflakes and the candy canes. Well, I'm going to make a decision here. I would love it if you posted in the comments of the video which one would you have done? Which one would you have gone with? I think I have to play a little bit of the speculation side of things because I have put so much into this, and I do really like this Axie. I think this is the one I need to pick up. So I'm going to hit buy now. So much gas. Unbelievable. You just sort of close my eyes, look the other direction, hit confirm. And there we go. Confirmed. It's one of these things that it's so exciting, but at the same time it's kind of stressful too, because it's like everything that I have that I've scraped together. I had even 10 uni. I had kept 10 uni from the uni drop just because I was like, I'm going to hold on to 10 because it's kind of special and exciting. And I sold like everyone else, which enabled me to get into Axie and all these other things. And yeah, and then I've just sold it to get this Axie. Will there be a rush on this? This is a real dilemma for me because I don't like buying Axies as speculation. I don't like buying the land. I've really been trying to push myself to only be focusing on utility when getting these. But I also feel a little bit of FOMO. It's like, you know, I don't want to miss out. And if this starts to go up and this Axie looks so cool, and maybe I pick this one up and then I can see if I can sell 2 of the other ones, and if they can get picked up and nobody else grabs this. So you guys and gals that are watching this video, I'm going to leave this one on the market. This one here is an opportunity. If somebody picks it up, great, good on you. If not, I'm going to try and sell something else and see if I can get this one as well. But see, the dilemma is I'm getting this one because I really want to keep it, and I can't afford to keep that. I'm not in that position. So yeah, okay. I'll think about this one. If it's still on the marketplace, you can grab it and remove the temptation from me. And if not, I'll probably cave later today and pick it up. Okay, take care. See you around.